So let's finish off this segment with team MVP at the halfway point. I mean, why not? I mean, it's fun to do. Low stakes. We still got 41 games left. Whatever we say here is not that big a deal. Horwat, who's your Penguins team MVP to this point?
Tristan Jarry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unanimous. I'll let you go first on why.
Just because ironically, he's been the most consistent player on the team.
Yeah.
Of all people. I think because it's not that the expectations were low. It's not that. The expectations weren't low. It was we just wanted to see something better than what he gave us in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been giving us a possible Vezina caliber situation. He's looked incredible. He's kicked it into high gear this season.
Mm-hmm.
He's making the correct save. He's making all of the saves. Again, look at the Winnipeg game. He's making the important saves. He's making the hard ones. Sure, the Ottawa game is going to happen. Every goalie has that game, though. Every now and again, that's bound to happen, and the Penguins don't like playing defense this year. Maybe that's another big issue. But right now, it's Tristan Jarry because he's putting together this season that is quite astounding. I just need to scroll to find his numbers again.
Mm-hmm.
But how many games has it been? 33 games played, 22 wins.
Yeah.
That's not bad. A 928 save percentage of 2.09 goals against average. I mean, dude's putting up a hell of a season. Mm-hmm. And I think this past weekend, where there was 3 games in 4 days, and he got 1 period off, and then tacked more on for an overtime, it kind of cemented it in a way of, here's how good he's been this year. Mm-hmm. We just want to see this continue in the playoffs now. But for now, team MVP.
Yeah. Yeah. As of right now, he's the team MVP, and I don't think there's much of a question. I do have a couple honorable mentions. Evan Rodriguez, the way that he performed when everybody was injured, he was outstanding. I think he's leveled off a little bit the past couple of weeks. He's just had a couple of games where it wasn't bad by any stance of any means of the word, but he also got dropped in the lineup. That's also a possible reason why his numbers haven't been ridiculous in these past couple of games, but he's had a great season as well.
Yeah, I was thinking of him too, but I just recently pulled his numbers up. He's gone 8 games without a point. That's his longest of the season.
Yeah.
That's what we would expect from Evan Rodriguez.
Well, yeah, but also think about the fact that Evgeny Malkin came back 7 games ago.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's exactly when Evan Rodriguez's role was diminished in the lineup.
Yeah, there's a legitimate reason why Rodriguez is kind of regressed to the mean, like we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to win team MVP, you got to maintain that consistency regardless of where you're playing. We thought popping him on the third line when Malkin came back would be a good idea because, hey, if he's able to maintain this pace, that's a scoring threat on the third line. Well, now he's gone 8 games to that point. We don't really know what we have anymore. He's still useful on this team. He's still a viable threat because watching him play, he's playing with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting the puck a lot more. He's playing like he has the ability to be a top line forward. So it's perfectly okay keeping him in the lineup. I'm not shouting to take him out yet.
Oh, no.
But no, not yet. Not yet. It's possible it can come around because it is still Evan Rodriguez and still just Evan Rodriguez. Who are your other...
Yeah, to close it on Rodriguez really quickly, obviously, you get taken off the top power play, you don't get as many points. You get put on the third line instead of the first and the second, you don't get as many points. But you also look at the way that he's been playing, it's been pretty good. Jeff Carter scoring goals, Dom Simone scored a goal the other day. So it's not like his line isn't scoring, it's just he's not been able to get on the score sheet. The other honorable mentions I have, Sidney Crosby is just casually over a point a game and just casually leading this team once again to a potential division championship, which, again, halfway through the season. But the fact that they're in the race with those other 3 teams, big parts because of Crosby. And also, how do you mention Penguins MVP and not talk about Sidney Crosby? At least a little bit. But the other person is Jake Guentzel.
Yep. Just look at the numbers for both of those guys. That's all you need to see.
Yeah.
You could even throw Letang in there if you really wanted to for 32 assists this year.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Honestly. The only thing more surefire than the Penguin in the past 2 months than the Penguins not losing was Jake Guentzel scoring a point.
Okay, so here's another fun little stat. Chris Letang has 32 assists, right? Second on the team in scoring. His 32 assists is more than, everyone behind him in total points. Sidney Crosby only has 31 and he's third. Now that'll pass him. That'll change in a moment.
Yeah.
But 32 assists for Chris Letang is more than a majority of the team has combined points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he's doing pretty well this year.
Yeah. So to close the book on Tristan Jarry as well, because that is our team MVP. I mean, unanimous decision. There's only two people, but unanimous decision. You mentioned the fact that, you said all his stats here, but I'll run down them again and say where he is comparable to the rest of the league. He has a 22-7-4 record. Those 22 wins tied for second in the National Hockey League. Only one win behind Andrei Vasilevsky for first place. 2.09 goals allowed average. That's good for third in the National Hockey League. A 928 save percentage, tied for second in save percentage as well. And then goals saved above average, which a lot of people look at and say, this is one of the most accurate representations of the best goalies in the league is goals saved above average. He is fourth with 11.03, and that is with playing in 33 of 41 games for the Pittsburgh Penguins. 31 games starting, only 10 games where they haven't been like, yep, Tristan, just go ahead out there. Just go ahead out there. So, yeah, easily Tristan Jarry for the team MVP. And also one tidbit that we didn't mention in the first segment, the Penguins did wear their third jerseys on Sunday afternoon. They are undefeated with the Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice jerseys. So there's also a nice little fact. That's what we do. Stats here. Facts. That's what we give at Tip of the Ice-Burgh.
I really hope this team doesn't ruin it by trying to wear them in the playoffs.
Don't do that. No.
Please
I like them.
That.
I love them, but I don't need that much more of them.
I don't like when teams wear thirds in the playoffs anyway.
That's
Didn't
true.
like it last year. I don't like when other teams do it. Admittedly, 2016 was an outlier. We knew we were going permanently to that.
Yeah.
That was different. Otherwise, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair. The only time that I have enjoyed it, besides 2016, because again, you knew that the Penguins were going to make that their actual jersey. I like when the Carolina Hurricanes do it just because I love the take warning jerseys.
That's fair, but that's fair, but again, it's just not my shtick.
I don't know. I think those and the Canes road jerseys, that it's a good look. But we can discuss that. Yeah, we can discuss that off air. Let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll finish off the show with our weekly Pens poll.